Ayo, we here on Dark Side Pod. Who we here with?
Mo P, chicken and fish, Maurice.
For sure, for sure. So your real name is.
Maurice Philpott.
All right, where did Mo P come from?
Mo P just a name I made up. They always call me Mo. I own the restaurant, so I just sort of put it together right quick. It was sort of dropped on me. The restaurant itself, not the name. So when I was thinking of a name, I really didn't have one, but I knew I wanted a restaurant, and that guy had offered me to take over a spot that used to be a barbecue joint. So the barbecue joint, I didn't want to do barbecue, just wanted to do something traditional. So I just opted for chicken and fish.
For sure, for sure. So that's what made you want to do it. That's how.
Well, I always wanted ownership of something. I started with lawn services, had a cleaning service, but I always had a passion to cook. I'm really a pastry chef. I went to pastry school.
Oh, so you went to school for it too and everything.
Well, I went to school to be a pastry chef. And then opted out. When I was in school, we was taking chef classes, and they always stuck around French and Italian food. And I knew I didn't want to get out and cook that. It just wasn't part of my culture. A lot of brothers and sisters go to school, I want to be this French chef, and I want to be this Italian chef. But their food ain't really that good like that. I mean, some things are good, but it ain't really seasoned like that, you know? And I was sitting there thinking, if every black individual going into school, go out and be a French chef or an Italian chef, we're just pumping up somebody else's culture. We have a culture of food ourselves that many women and men don't know how to cook, like their grandparents.
Overstood. That is a thing. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. I told that to my grandma. I think last week I was like, "Grandma, hope to God you gave this to somebody because like I don't know. When you leave, Grandma,
That's what I'm saying. They making biscuits from scratch.
I don't know who gonna do that.
Who make gravy from scratch?
But
You know what I'm saying? So when I was getting to my point when I was in school, I'm like, I'm not gonna cook all these people's food. And black people is the only people that was brought to a country and made to cook somebody else's culture food for them. Blacks do not go out and hire white chefs to sit in their house and cook soul food for them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I get you. Let me ask you this. I feel like. Do you feel like it's a shift? Because I remember I was talking to my grandma. She said it was like a shift. So she said basically it was like back in the days, the white people they used to eat the steaks, and then and now we learned that steaks fuck up your stomach, and now the white people they eating the chitlins, and then back in the day we used to eat the chitlins and they eat the steaks. Now they eating the chitlins and now we eating the steaks.
Well, it's about control. And this is why I look at it. When they thought it was worthless, they threw it to us. We perfected it. I'm gonna give you another one better. A lot of people didn't know on a slave ship.
Just make sure that mic close.
Oh yeah, on a slave ship, lobsters and shrimp were fed to slaves because white people didn't eat them. Now think about that. You know what I'm saying? So they thought that was scrap. Now you go right now, you go to a deli, a seafood counter now, you'll see shrimp and lobster, one of the most expensive things you could buy, crabs too. They call it scavenger food. See how things just flip? You know what I'm
Overstood.
saying? So when somebody gets to seasoning something, gumbos or whatever not, now they put a price on it because black people want it. See my point? Oxtails is another one. When I was a kid, oxtail wasn't worth shit. You could get a whole bunch of oxtails for $5. Now they $5 a pound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Overstood. Let me ask you. So basically, I feel like I got a little beef with you right now. So you say you cook the original black people food and everything, but I feel like the black people food. I feel like, do you feel like it's healthy, or do you feel like how do you put the health? Are you careful on the health tip, or how do you care for the health? Because they say black people unhealthy people.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. I don't eat chitlins. Because chitlins are not healthy to eat. You know what I'm saying? Black people love them because that's what they grew up on. You see the difference? A lot of stuff we do, it's not because you're eating it. Health is a preference of taste. You have to balance out your diet for your personal needs. So really, we're supposed to eat very little meat and high vegetable content and very little starch. No culture really eats healthy. If you're eating a bunch of rice, you're not eating healthy. If you're eating a bunch of starch, you're not eating healthy. That's a personal choice. I'm not here to feed you healthy. I'm here to feed you what you like. You make a personal choice about what you want to eat and put in. That's my personal view. I'm not here to cook healthy. I said that in school. And Maurice, I'm gonna use butter. I'm gonna use salt. How much you put inside of you is on you. That's a personal choice. Like, I love pork, but I really don't eat pork. Pork's not healthy. You see what I'm saying? But I'll taste pork because I'm not religiously bound not to eat it. I mean, I cooked a whole bunch of ribs last week. I ate one bone and didn't touch it no more. That's how I eat anyway. So my dad always taught us to eat healthy. You cannot eat nobody's cultural food and overstuff yourself and get off healthy. Nobody.
You know the thing?
Unless you're a vegan.
I think I was like the most thing that like changed my whole perspective on the shit is that don't eat to get full, eat not to starve.
Absolutely.
So then that was like the thing I
People
took.
using diet as comfort. You see what I'm saying? Stuff myself, sit on the couch and sit here all day. Let me tell you another difference. If you work all day, you can eat what you want to. And I'm gonna give you an example. A pro football player, he'll eat 1,000 to 4,000 or 5,000 calories, but his workout burns it off. You see the difference?
Overstood, yeah.
So I don't get off in the diet. That's a personal choice. I was a hardcore diabetic. I wouldn't sell her yams. She'd come and try to sneak up here and try to get yams from me. I stopped selling it to her.
For sure. Dang, you want to say your mom the yams?
No, my auntie. It was my
Oh,
auntie.
your auntie. You want to say your auntie the yams?
She was dying of diabetes. So I'm stepped in. It's a personal choice. I'm not selling you no more. I understand.
Are you in your? I ain't gonna lie. Are you into your Dr. CB stuff? Are you into your health?
Dr. CB, let me tell you something right now that's gonna mess you up. And I argue with a lot of vegans over this. Vegans die early. You see my point?
What?
That you don't know no old vegans? No, you don't.
You said you don't know no old vegans?
Dr. CB died at 76 years old. My grandfather ate what he wanted to. He lived to 91. His wife lived to 99. They've always ate pork. It's balanced diet.
Damn, you don't think they killed that guy though?
They didn't kill Dr. CB. That's a lie.
Cause that's some crazy stuff. You died of. He died of health stuff, and he was the health guy.
Let me tell you something right now. I know 3 or 4 vegans that went to U of M, got 2 PhDs. He's been a vegan. He is 75 or 76 years old. So he has been a vegan 55 years. The doctor told him, if you don't start eating meat, you're going to die. You see my point?
Oh, for real?
Absolutely. I watched a whole report on NPR. Vegans die 10 to 15% earlier than meat eaters on the average.
That's crazy.
You know
But
what I'm
they say like, are you Christian?
Yeah.
So then I read it was stories in the Bible or something like they told the kings not to eat meat for like 40 days, something like that, and they just like healthy as fuck, and they just got really super duperly healthy.
That's something that's biblically, I believe in the Bible. God never told you to eat a bunch of meat. He ain't never told you to eat none either, though. You see what I'm saying?
So I get you.
You know what I'm saying? People grab pieces and bits of something. Now, does the American diet have too much meat in it? Absolutely. You don't supposed to eat meat about 2 or 3 times a week. I didn't say eat a bunch of meat. I didn't say eat pork sausages for breakfast. You're not even supposed to eat red meat. You can eat fish. That's meat. You can eat chicken. I'm not talking about the diet that people give themselves. It's not necessarily the diet that we need to eat. I get that.
Do you got? I ain't gonna lie. I'm into this right now, and I don't know. I feel like my whole family kind of on the super health food like thing. I'm on the sea moss, black seed oil, like stuff like
Absolutely, I totally agree with all that.
What type of stuff do you believe on? Because I remember it's one thing I don't believe on.
I take all natural vitamins, and I just got off into this because of the fact that I realized I'm not eating balanced meals every day. See my point? Not 3 times a day for sure. So I try to supplement it with natural vitamins. Nothing Flintstone vitamins to be in the stores, something with a little better grade to it. You know what I'm saying? I just ordered me some black seed oil. I'm waiting for it to come.
So I feel like Black Seed Oil and all the other stuff. So I feel like
Yeah,
it's
there's CMOS. My boy's a big producer of CMOS.
CMOS.
Yeah, he sells it online all the time, right now to this day.
What do you believe in? This the one I don't believe in. It's that apple cider vinegar. Do you believe in that one?
I don't have enough research to say yay or nay, but vinegar's not bad for you. You see my point?
Understood.
So I'm not here. There's some things work better than others. All I know is if you're eating red meat 3 or 4 times in every meal, you fucking up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You fucking.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Unless
saying?
you like working that shit off.
Yeah, but you have to really be working it off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about walking around the block. You didn't even need it. See my point? So you have to be doing overextensive to work it off. That's why I always mention the athlete. A football player stop working out, look how fat he get. You don't even recognize them guys 5 years out of not playing pro.
Are you a gym person? Are you a workout type person?
I have an active life. I believe in activity. I don't believe that you should go to the gym. Go work in your yard. You know what I'm saying? Go walk to the park. Think. You know what I'm saying? Ride a bike. But that gym world is cool. But most people don't have the discipline for me to jump up, go to the gym, which is probably 15 to 20 minutes away, take a shower, get back dressed again in my street clothes, and go back home. I could have just worked I could have cut my grass. I could have planted a flower. I could have planted my garden and walked around there. Physical using energy. Go build a shed. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time with your kids and play a game. You know what I'm saying? People doing all this. I mean, I'm not knocking it. If you got the time, for those that can't put the time in, I stay active around my house. My house is spotless because that's activity. That's working out, bending, standing up, walking around. That keeps you active. So I don't really need a gym.
I ain't gonna lie.
Some people do need it.
I understand. I ain't gonna lie, it was something stupid. When I got my car, I didn't notice like a difference. I got my car, I noticed the difference, but then I was like, I stopped getting my car, and then my car broke basically.
Yeah.
And then boom, I was going to the gym, and I was like, wait, I'm running for the bus like every day. I was like, what the? I was like, that's how I realized. I was like, nigga, I'm walking to the bus, I'm ready, I'm going like. I'm damn near running the 5 miles. It's 5 miles. I might as well just run up to the goddamn. The why? Like, I'm doing it already.
Yeah, but see, most people can go to the gym. They can't do 50 push-ups or 50 pull-ups. If you did 50 pull-ups and 50 push-ups every day, you would never need a gym.
Oh, so you believe in like more calisthenics? I ain't gonna lie. I go to the gym. I go for mainly. I go for that treadmill because most days, like even though I do take the bus, sometimes I don't be running.
Man, why don't you just run around your block?
I don't run because that's too much for me. That's like no. If I get tired and I want to stop, I want to chill. If I get tired and I stop, I'm be outside in the middle of who I don't know, and I'm be like
run very short and run back to your house every time. Just go back and forth. See the discipline?
talking about back and forth.
Back and forth. We're just running sprint.
We ain't at our house. I'm a little black nigga. I'm a little black. We ain't at our. I'm a little black.
I just don't believe in wasting the money. You paying somebody to come tell me, I just frugal like that in a way. I just believe, well, Planet Fitness them are not expensive. So I ain't gonna say you really wasting money. But to me, out there with nature, just a better vibe.
For sure.
We're working out.
All right,
For me.
I ain't gonna lie. My grandma know you. I ain't gonna lie. She said something about you because I work in the studio, right? And I was like, oh, where you at? Next to Mo P's. Oh yeah, I know them. Oh yeah, they good people. So then really, you I ain't gonna lie. You like a stationary person, like in Ipsy. I want to know like how long your business been running? First off,
About 10 years there.
10 years, and then I really want to know how the fuck do you keep a business? And have you been doing it before 10 years?
No, well, sort of and sort of no. I've been doing private caterings and stuff on my own. I always had a knack for cooking. So when I was coming up, I'm gonna say 18, 19, 20 years old, they always got me to cook. Mm-hmm. All my friends, when we were cooking, barbecuing, I always had a natural thing for cooking.
How old are you now?
I'm 53.
53? For sure.
So,
and then, so you say you always had a natural knack for cooking?
Always. I come from a family of cooks. Not chefs, cooks. So we're always into food. Barbecues, my family, my grandmother had 10 kids, my great grandmother had 9 kids. So it was a bunch of first cousins, second cousins, third cousins around. They all came up here from Mississippi and we cooked. We enjoyed cooking.
Okay.
Cooking experience, cakes, pies, barbecuing, fish fries. We did it all as a family unit. It was something that was a good meal when you had no money.
Let me
So
ask
to
you
have
this.
a good meal and then to have a conversation. And then a lot of them are saved. They went to church. That was my circle of life. You know what I'm saying? Livelihood.
That's like a night. I ain't gonna lie. That's like to me. That's like one of the main things. I had a roommate, and then I was like, it was so weird with the food, and I was like, to me in my head, because I feel like I'm a hard worker, and I feel like if I work this hard and I can't eat, something fucked up. Like that's the one main thing. He was like, no, I don't want to touch this. Not like, bro, like when you live with me, nigga, eat, nigga. That's the one thing. Like I think it's a human right, nigga, eat. But I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like eat, nigga, like. Eat, nigga, and if it run out, get more, nigga.
Yeah, at least eat good. You might not live rich, but you can at least eat good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So something,
Like-
something to enjoy. And we based our whole family culture around that. Everybody went to church. Everybody ate good meals, and we all sort of fellowship together.
What do you feel like? What do you feel like we can do? As I feel like you black. You black, right?
I am black.
All right, cool.
I'm not an Indian or one of them pretending niggas. Sorry. I'm saying,
He said one of them pretend. What'd you say, pretend nigga?
no, I'm ADOS, American descendant of slavery.
Now
You know what I'm saying?
I only ask because now I've been I just been around so much. I just seen people like you, but they say let's say oh I'm Haitian or I'm this or I'm
Well, Haitians are Haitian. That really exists. I get irritated with the fact when they sit here and say blacks were here before the Indians or the Native Americans, for the better proper word, or they think they're Native American. I get irritated with that, and that's just a personal thing. 'Cause some of the people I follow on TikTok and see on TikTok, I'm a big TikTok fan. They're pretendians. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Let me ask you this though. I feel like so you say you've been having a business for 10 years in the same spot, right?
Yeah, right there.
Let me ask you this: how have you managed that? Some people they get a business. I just made my LLC. My worst fear is having an LLC, no money. Like you start a business, some they can't stay standing for a year. Some they can't stay standing for 6 months. The family break apart, or they break apart, or lose the passion for it, or something.
First of all, be willing to do it by yourself. I stood in that place by myself, running to the front, frying and running to the back. See what I'm saying? Because I wanted the business. Don't mean everybody around me wanted one. So you take the help as it comes. You see my point? And then don't bite off more than you can chew. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people overextend themselves. I would sell dinner. If I was in an apartment without the business, I would still be selling dinners out of it. Because I make money off food. So I know where my money comes from. So I know if I'm making money off food, I don't need that business to make money off food. I understand the concept of buying, cooking it up, and selling it. That came from the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's why most people that have street lives either get car washes, driving jobs, or they open restaurants. Because it's the same concept. I buy it at wholesale, I cook it up, and I resell it. A lot of businesses fit that profile.
So you said some people they just waiting for a loan, waiting for something. So you say don't wait for a loan, don't wait for a building, just start doing it.
Well, how you gonna get a building with no money? And I'm gonna tell you one thing that's overskipped in black culture, that keep your credit together, and then you got some money. See, that wasn't taught enough. I'm not saying that I wasn't taught to pay your bills, but build your credit. That's what I'm telling you. If I was talking to any black male younger than me now, 18 years old, you don't need college, but you need credit. You see my point?
Overstood. So you say get your credit right, and then when you get your credit right,
Keep it right. Good. When you're 18, your credit is good. You ain't messed over nobody. Pay your bills.
so just keep it right.
And keep it right, and they'll find you. You know what I'm
Overstood.
saying? I'm being so honest. Chaldeans, Arabics, Jews, they understand that. Black males, they don't understand. They really don't.
So just keep your credit right.
Keep your credit together, and then when you think of an idea, you can go get the money.
I got you. So you say when should somebody? Because me personally, I think somebody like even with the LLC stuff, I started doing. I got the LLC when I got the IRS thing in the mail, and then that's when I got my LLC. I feel like me personally, I feel like somebody they should start taking their business seriously when they get the bread and they get the operation already. That's when I think.
Take your life seriously, and then when you walk into a business, you're already taking it seriously. See my point? How much take my business seriously if I ain't taking me seriously?
So you say do it at the idea stage, or do it at the when you come up with a good idea, or do it at the
Do it at the learning stage. You learn to respect yourself, pay your bills, be a man of your word. It's easier to run a business because it's what you're gonna need to run one. You see my point? Discipline, focus. You see my point? Every day, repetitiveness. A lot of things. Oh, I'm tired of doing this, and that. If I'd have said that, I wouldn't be cashing in on it 10 years later. Because I stumbled or asked my landlord, I pay him. See my point? I don't play no game.
you said that's my landlord, I pay
If I
him.
keep you signing my lease,
I
I
get you.
pay him. You see what I'm saying? The basics. If I ain't got it this month or I'm short, I call him. He don't look for me. You see my point? Because it was a struggle in the beginning. You see?
How long was your struggle period, and how'd you get through it?
I'm gonna tell you, there's 2 struggle periods I went through. I'm just gonna be honest. Not understanding. Don't touch that drawer until the end of the month. You see my point? Simple as a simple thing. That way, the money to pay everybody will be there. You see my point? So I had to learn that. And then the biggest one, if you got a POS system, you better save your tax dollars because that guy is going to come, the IRS is coming for you. And they're going to ask about the money. And they know exactly how much money they supposed
They
to
know everything.
Yeah, they know.
But they tracked all my shit. When they
They-
tracked everything for me, I looked at I was like, oh. They
Yeah,
like, where is this
yeah.
coming from? Because I'm just like, so like, I
telling
charge
you.
people for an interview. I was like, oh, cash at me. I was like, I charge for
Yeah,
cash
yeah.
at me. Oh, just cash at me. They got everything.
Everything. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's a lesson I had to learn. I learned that 4 years in.
But you said something particular. What's a POS system?
POS, point of sale system, that Clover machine. Because Clover gonna tell the truth what went through there. They gonna send it to the IRS. The IRS gonna see if you gonna turn in the same paperwork they turned in.
So when you say Clover, you talking about like, I got Square, so it's like Square?
Square. Clover's a competitor of a Square.
All right, for sure. So you say
Yeah,
Clover.
the Square told exactly what went through that phone. You know what I'm saying? All you're gonna do is lie on it, have that guy agent, they're gonna charge you for that. Don't report it, they're gonna put interest on that. And their interest is nothing. You think you'd rather owe the mafia.
You said you think you're older mafia.
You know what I'm saying? Than the old IRS. Their interest ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, I'm getting mine right now. I'm like right now. I feel like I'm in double work right now because like the old stuff and then now new stuff. I got make sure you move right now.
Quick way to catch up is send them money every month, no matter what.
Send
If
me-
you already know you owe them, like for real, I'm telling you straight fact, you might just send them a couple $100 every month. Because when they bring that bill around, at least you got something towards it.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm on the point of like I ain't even working like that. I'm working like I'm trying to just hustle up. All right, here you go, 8,000.
Yeah, right. They're going to have a $5,000 credit.
By the time I get, they're gonna put more on it.
That's the penalty.
Dang.
I've caught a bill. I'm just going to tell you some facts. That bill was $16,000. By the time they sent that letter twice, it was $22,000. They don't play. You know what I'm saying? You said they ain't forgot either. Because you know one thing they know, they can track you because you're going to want your social security check. They got things, they know there's money out there that you have to go get. And they'll be there to garnish every bit of it.
I ain't gonna lie. How much? I feel like shoot you 53. You like 10 more years. You're gonna be there. I feel like for retirement. How much do you think people should push towards retirement? How long?
Honestly, to be 65 years old and retire, which I call that on time, it's not early. It's just right on time. 65, you should have $2.5 million saved,
Really?
or you won't survive in the United States.
Oh, all right, for sure. And then how can people get there?
Save. I'm saying discipline.
Just save.
Save, and really try to track your finances and put something. Get a private IRA or Roth, I would suggest, and then really put money towards it every month. See, one thing about that I noticed if you save enough money, I become my own bank. But you gotta know how to manage yourself. So when I say become my own bank, if I borrow from my savings account, which I say, notice I say the word borrow, not withdraw. I'm borrowing, 'cause I gotta put that back. It's a savings account. Savings account ain't a savings account if it's empty. You see my point? So when I take something from it, I put it back. Because if I went to the bank and borrowed it, I gotta give it back. And they're gonna want interest. And I learned that while I was working at a plant job for a couple of years. And I was putting into the my own IRA. And when I borrowed something, I was able to pay it back at 8% interest. And I was paying it back to myself. So I took that same concept and put that towards my savings account.
So you say discipline yourself to use your savings account as your bank account and as a loan and just pay yourself interest.
Or swipe a card and pay it in 28 days. So one thing I'll tell you about credit, when I think of something now, I ain't got to touch my savings account. Because my credit card got such limits on it, I can cash out on cards. You see my point? But I pay all my shit back in 28 days before the interest flip. Or I don't need it. That's just personal. That's just me. That's why I don't drive no new car. I'll never buy a new car, ever. I don't care how much money I got. It's not, that's just dumb. It's dumb to buy new cars.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? And so I live.
At what point do you think, at what point or price range do you think you can be flashy?
What's flash? I'll tell you a true story. I'm at this guy's house. His house so big, he had an elevator in it. So he had ordered a whole bunch of French wine. Came in the mail, whatever, they had these cases of French wine laying around. He popped one open, popped the case open, shows me the bottle. I was like, dog, I don't drink wine. He says, well, so you want a beer? I was out there with Heineken. So I really don't drink, but I took the Heineken, being cool. He said, let me show you something. He takes me out to his garage. It's still in the house. Walk down this around the corner, walk into a garage. It's totally heated, cool, temperature controlled, whatever, fresh as hell. He had 4 cars in there, all of them worth $2 million each. He had one car he bought from the president of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He did. It used to be Al Capone's Cadillac. Sweet wood rug game boards. I'm sitting in it. Look at it. The guy turns around. Now look at his outfit. Do you know what he had on?
What?
He had on track shoes and a Wrangler shirt with matching Wrangler pants. That's what he had. He had $390 million. That's what he was worth.
Who is this?
Oakland County, this is a true story. He never was flashy. His Cadillac, he was driving a 96 Cadillac DeVille, the long, the Fleetwood DeVille, whatever, the long one. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like even having those $4 million, those $1 million cars is like a flashy point.
Hold on, them are collector, them are worth, them don't depreciate. See what I'm saying?
So it was like a smart thing.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't depreciate.
What about the flashy wine or the flashy?
The wine, that's the minimum type of flash he could flash. He wasn't flashing. He drinking his normal dude.
Dang.
But think about that. Now here it is. His daughters and them was in there. They had on diamond rings flashing. They didn't have the bread. They pimping off his look, off his money. You see my point? Everybody that was flashing didn't have the bread that man had.
Understood. So you say the flashiness is never worth it?
See, people that because you ain't got nothing. People that got shit don't flash. That's how you know. Go around and I'm gonna tell you another story. This was a guy right down the street, right on Gulf side, that was jogging in his drawers. Not his drawers, Speedos.
I know how they be looking. That's how it look like underwear. It look like
but I'm saying drawers, yeah. I was like, man, this cornball always jogging. I say this every time out here in front smoking. So every day, this guy was walking up and down the street, shadow boxing like jogging crazy, and some not fast, in these Speedos and these running shoes. I said, man, this cornball, he must be crazy or something. That was the owner of Zingerman's, and I found out. He lived right back there in a little modest house. He worth 120 million.
Oh, okay, that's stupid.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But this is my point. He lived right behind Coleco Hills. So I don't understand. Flashy, that's the front. You ain't got nothing.
You don't ever feel like it's a moment where like I feel like you ever had a point where it's like, oh, like you ever been like something worked? Like even when let's say Mo Peas, when you got out of that hump and that shit just worked, you ain't have like a flashy moment where you just did something for you. It's like,
Oh yeah, take a trip, take my family somewhere. We going out to eat, have a good time. I'm not to buy a car and show these brothers and sisters in some big car or some diamond chain. I'm gonna tell you another thing. I watched one of my, I ain't gonna call him out because he's too close to me. Bought this chain from a dealer, not a real, not a drug dealer, a jeweler. Real nice. Paid 30 grand for it. I said, man, that's the dumbest thing you did. He got mad at it. He said, why you call it dumb? You know who designed this? I said, let me tell you something. I noticed about you young black males, all y'all might as well be gay. Because every designer that y'all praise about so fresh, them all gay men. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all these gays. Dress y'all let gays tell you how you can be fresh.
that is something I ain't gonna lie. I've been on just by a little bit. Like I've been going deeper, like because I'm behind the camera, so I be looking at people. I look at the people that make this and make this, make this. Yeah, I be on it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Whenever I decide, I never woke up one day and said, you know what, the best person to dress me as a gay guy.
Let me ask you this: when did it? Because I feel like my awakening to this was like, I don't know when my awakening was to this was. I don't know. I feel like I just got to talk to people and know who this person is before I even take their word and start talking to them, something like that. Where did that come from to want to know behind the curtains and stuff like that?
So this is a realization how we get played. You see my point? That's how I look at it. It's like, damn, I realized I've been being played.
Me personally, I feel like it was the street, and to me, it was street dudes. They'll say something and then they'll do something, and I'd be like, okay, yeah. I was the dummy at the time. I was the dummy to fall for it and be like, okay, yeah, and then boom, police come, school come, anything, time to get in some trouble. Guess who there? The only one there.
Your mama.
Me.
And you.
So it'd be like, oh, so only real niggas, oh, y'all not even living like, really, even in the music. They say like person saying all this rap, kill, not even living like, so I'd be.
I caught on to that years ago. Let me tell you when I caught on to it. When Tupac died. I was in a house in Mill Creek townhouses. In the basement, we all found out Tupac dead. I was like, Tupac broke. They started arguing with me. I almost had to fight my way out that basement. They were so mad at me. I said, Tupac broke, you can't see it. That's why Suge Knight had to bail him out of jail on a $2 million bond. There was people down in that basement said Tupac had hundreds of millions of dollars. I said, dude, you have no concept of 100 million. They was mad because I know numbers. You see my point? That Tupac didn't have no money. He had to borrow $150,000 from Jada Pinkett. She got that money from Will. You see my point? So I said, so when did he get this money? I said he was locked into Suge Knight's contract.
Damn, wait, hold up. That's making sense a little bit. Hold up.
Not even a little bit. I'm telling you real facts.
So Jada Pinkett, damn, that's how Will don't like Pac. Hold up, that's some real shit. Hold up. So you pimping out my girl? Dang, so that's kind of damn.
See what I mean? Jada's a boss. That's a boss. I mean, every guy that got with her, you take a knee or you don't fuck with me. Even Pac. You see my point? She a boss.
Understood.
I always saw Jada as a boss in different world. I mean, way back. I can read women. That's why I can read them.
What's up with your voice?
My voice been like this for years, smoking too many cigarettes. And it changed and never changed back. So I don't even discuss it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, for sure. It's not strained. We ain't got to stop nothing like that, is it?
No, it ain't straining me at all.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Nigga. But I always been, Jada's been a boss. My brothers, you think I want some women out here ain't going for it. I don't care how much
I get you.
You have to go for what they talking about to get on top of them. Or you're not getting on top. There's a few, ain't many, but there's a few out there like that.
Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. Do you believe in that? Do you believe in that concept? Because me, I ain't gonna lie. I'm hard down to the core. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like none of that. Like I ain't gonna lie. I'm not going for none of that.
Oh, no, women's supposed to be listening, and if she ain't listening, she's not worth your time.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
I'm,
saying, everybody can't be the leader. I'm not no male chauvinist, but my girl don't pay no bills. She don't pay. I don't pay bills. That's one thing I can say. That Chanel don't pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can lead, because I'm not asking you to make me the leader. I am the leader, so I'll pay for it. She don't pay half the rent. She has no idea what the DTE bill is. She ain't never seen it. When I grab the mailbox, only thing I give her, here's your cell phone bill, and here's your car note bill. Everything else I pay.
Overstood. Let me ask you: do you think it should be like that, or do you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You're supposed to be taking care of your household if you're the leader. If not, be independent. Most black males get off into that. You know what I'm saying? They'll stay up there and let a bitch run around here and take care of them while they play video games and sit around and bullshit around, act like something more. My shit works though, because I get up and go to work. You see my point?
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? I get up every day. I know my number girl get me out of bed. When you gonna go do something? I'm already gone. I come from a family full of leaders. I had a father. You see my point? A real father, not one of them pop in on a Saturday and take me to McDonald's and drop me back off. My dad took me to school more times than my mom did.
Let me ask you this. I feel like I got that go button on me, and that's like a little bit kind of, to me, I feel like that go button, that do you have like, cause even me, I feel like I had like, when I got my first apartment, I hated that shit. Cause I was like, damn, I might as well just stay with my grandma. I'm not even in this. I'm taking showers in this bitch.
I'm gonna tell you something else too.
I was like, hold
I
up.
did what you did. I moved out right away. But that's a mistake. I should have stayed home.
Cause I'm on go. I'm the type of go. Even when I was with my grandma, it was like, she was like, you can't come in this house any time of the night. So I was like, okay. I just made longer nights. I was like, oh, let me just take another shift here. Let me do this, and do this. And I was like, okay, I come in at 6 a.m., take a shower, and then I'm right back out, because I go to the Y. I go to the gym. So now I was like, boom, and I was right back out. And I was like, and when I get up and left in my own apartment, I was like, I might as well just stayed home. But then it's really about a go button, and how do you turn that go button like off to rest up, or like to even like, let's say, even see people, like, because my grandma, even when I stayed with her, it's like, I ain't even see you, I ain't see you like in 4 days. And I was like, yeah, but I've been, you got my number.
What was you doing when you was on go besides going to the gym?
When I was on go, I do this photography stuff. So like really, I do like parties.
How much money did you give her when you was going?
When I was going, I ain't give her like money.
Oh, that's the problem.
Like every single
See,
time.
my boy, she wouldn't even quite. If you said, Grandma, you know what? I got a couple $100 every week. I mean.
Oh no, it wasn't a problem. It was just she.
No, I'm not talking about what she asked. I'm about what you should do. See what I'm saying? She ain't gotta say nothing. That's what I'm saying about being the leader.
Nah, it's about it was you think it was about that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. She wouldn't have questioned anything if she was making money off of you. See the difference? Nothing. That's how you buy your will. See what I'm saying? That's why I'm teaching you something here. See, if I came in here, maybe she didn't like me coming in at 6 in the morning, 5 and 4 in the morning. But if I came in and gave her $200 every week, $800 a month, she never would have said shit about me coming in. Because she got rid of me, 800 would have been missing.
I got
See
you.
the difference?
Overstood.
You gotta play people, not play them, but know how to deal with people to will your way. See, a lot of brothers don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't get that.
She wouldn't have kicked
No,
you out because I lost $800 a month. Fuck around, made him mad. He didn't want to come back here no more. See how you make you not just think different. You can make people think different without even arguing or doing. You gotta give up something. But see, that's your grandma. Why wouldn't you give her a couple $100 a week? You laying around there. So I'm saying that's how I look at it. That's how you get people. I told this girl, how much you gone? Only lived with somebody twice. And I told this girl, I said, you're gonna regret you putting me out because you thought I was cheating so bad. You'll be looking for me. Couple year go by. Marie, I shit ain't broke up with you. That was the worst mistake of my life. Because the stabilization and the finance was going, I paid my way. You know what I'm saying? So now you on your own. But I shouldn't have been over there though either. Let me tell you why. I didn't have full control.
So I gave up control twice, listening to somebody say you can save some money. But then you gotta listen to them bitch at you and talk their opinion. I'd rather pay for control.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's like you know. Okay, yeah, you know. That was like a major thing. Yeah, okay, you know. All right, so yeah.
They
So
taught me
how?
how and everything taught me into moving in with them.
Let me ask you this, because yeah, even with me, I feel like that's it's worth it to me. Even on the shower end, but I feel like you never had a chance to even put that go button down. Like you never been tempted, because me, the only thing that tempt me is like I looked at it and then all the women, I ain't gonna lie, the bitches really they tempt me. The women they all tempt me. They like, I need to talk to you. I need to do. We got to do more. And I was like, all right. Like even when I'm chilling with a girl, I'll be on my laptop editing up an interview or something like that. Edit up. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
let me tell you something. I'm not relationship happy. See, I don't gotta have no girl. Snell's a good pick for me because she not clingy. If she clingy, you go. I'm getting rid of you.
at what point is clingy? Because I feel like what point is clingy?
I don't have a scale I put it on. It goes by I feel it.
How often should you
I put
see?
it this way. If I got up at 1 in the morning and just left, she ain't gonna question me.
How often should you talk to people that love you?
That love you.
Yeah, like love, like the love. Yeah, how?
Yeah, I'm just make sure I heard you right. I would say
Because I say even my grandma is like my mom or whatever, like once a week, once a month, once a week, and I was like,
how come you're not talking to your mom once a week?
I'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh, man, you too busy for yourself.
I'm like, hey, what's up? All right, I see. Like, is it? And if I do, it's gonna be when I'm in the
I
bed.
can invite them over for dinner and they eat. Then you have a conversation. You'll see me and everything. Take them out to eat. When you go, don't go by yourself. Pick a mom, take her out, turn off so she'll be able to check in on me.
I be on go. I be on go. I'm telling you, they trying to get me out to Atlanta, Houston, everything. I be out of town.
You do interviews. You can go out there and do an interview. You can use that opportunity to work and play.
I'll be like, but even when I'm doing that, I ain't got time to, hey, what's going on? Like, she got mad because, like, every phone call is like, hey, what's going on? And then she see her something crazy in the background. You need me? He was like, don't say that no more. It was like, because I be like, because the important shit, you know what I mean? She my mom, they're my people. Like, do you need me? Like, she older. My grandma older and stuff. So, like, do you need me for something? I'll be like, all right, cool. And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to get right back to you. So then, boom.
Yeah, man, that's just love between a grandparent and their grandson, and then the mother and their son. I mean, then you're gonna get that. That's a different type of clingy than relationship clingy.
You think so?
Yeah, because
That was the thing. This one girl.
raised you, so they know they feel entitled to you. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like I ain't gonna lie, I talked to a girl in that same chair, same background, everything. She said if I'm your girl, I should deserve more of you than my mom and my grandma. Cause she was basically saying,
you my girl, you're not my wife.
yeah,
Your wife deserves more of you. Your girl was supposed to expect you to go out and build something for you to become a wife. You see my point?
understood.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you another thing. Since we talking about relationships, you got kids?
Hell no. No.
Don't have no kids out of wedlock.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's,
I'm saying this as the most important thing that I said today.
nigga said this is the most important thing, nigga.
I'm saying, because I did that. That's a fuck up. That was the worst mistake I made. I should have married my baby's mom.
How did it mess you up, out of curiosity?
Because the fact is, there's no family structure in a baby mama. There's only family structure in husband and wife. That's how. Because I came from a husband and wife. I didn't come from a baby mama. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? And the biggest problem and issues that Black Americans are having now is there's no family structure that destroyed us.
Let me ask you, shoot, what's your opinion on it? I got an opinion, but I really don't want to say it. Not even gonna hold you.
Just ask me, then I'll tell you mine. You ain't gotta tell yours.
Yeah, I was just want to ask, what do you think what do you think we can fix this stuff?
Fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blacks start getting married.
How do you think we can go about it?
No, just get married. When she says she's pregnant, you're married. You know what I'm saying? That stop. I'm telling you something right now. I'm gonna prove it right here. Then I'm about to stop at gym and check on my stuff and come back.
Yeah.
Or I gotta cut it off. 70 to 76% of black babies are born in single households. Do you know the nearest race? This is gonna blow your mind. that does that is 26%.
Oh, yeah.
That's black people's problem.